Hello everyone, my name is Liu Fengye and my metric number is A206142. And I am the host of this space technology community activity. In order to help our group and the people around us better understand and appreciate space technology, we planned and organized an online movie viewing and discussion event. Here is how we plan it. First, we discussed what kind of activity would be both interesting and educational. We wanted something that could attract people's attention and also teach real knowledge about space. After some discussion, we decided to watch a Space Jam the movie together and then hold a discussion where each person shares their thoughts and some space-related knowledge. We chose the movie The Martin, a 2015 movie about an astronaut named Mark Whitney, who gets left behind on Mars and has to use science to survive. We chose this movie because it covers many real topics in space technology, such as growing food on other planets, communicating across millions of kilometers, surviving in extreme environments, and the teamwork needed for space mission. These are not just movie stories. They are real challenges that scientists and engineers are working on right now. Our activity has two parts. In the first part, we watch the movie together through an online video meeting. In the second part, we hold a discussion where each group member shares their movie feeling and some real space knowledge they learned or researched. Through this activity, we hope to increase our understanding of space technology and inspire more interest in space exploration. Now, let me take you through our activity. Hello everyone, my name is Liu Fengyi and my metric number is A206142. Welcome to our online film viewing and discussion activity. Today we are going to watch the movie The Martian and share some space knowledge together. This movie tells the story of an astronaut, Mark Whitney, who is left alone on Mars. He has to use science, technology, and creative thinking to survive. Through this movie, we can learn about space survival, Mars exploration, teamwork, communication, and innovation. Now we will first watch the movie. We are watching, please think about this question. First, what space knowledge appears in the movie? Second, how does the main character use science to solve problems? Third, what can we learn from this movie about aerospace knowledge and innovation? Now, let us start watching the movie The Martin. Alright, everyone, welcome back. We just finished watching The Martin. It was a really exciting movie. Now let us start our discussion. Each of us will share our feeling about the movie and some space knowledge. Let me invite Xu Yi to go first.
Hello everyone, I am Xu Yi and my metric number is A19863. So I really enjoyed watching this movie, and the part that touched me most was when Mark Watney decided to grow potatoes inside the Mars habitat. He did not give up. Instead, he used his knowledge as a botanist to find a way to produce food. He used Martian soil mixed with human waste as fertilizer, and they create water by burning rocket fuel to make hydrogen. Well, it sounds very crazy, but it's actually based on real science. And as far as I know about the space knowledge, I want to share, which is growing food in space. On the International Space Station, astronauts have already grown vegetables using a system called Veggie. And NASA is studying how plants grow in very low gravity and how to build farming systems for long missions. So the trip to Mars take about 7 months one way, and you cannot bring enough food for the whole journey and the time you spend on Mars. So astronauts will need to grow their own food. Scientists are also looking into using algae and even 3D printing food. And some researchers are studying how to use Mars soil for farming, but the soil contains very harmful chemicals that must be moved out. So what they did in this movie is partly realistic, but in real life, it would be much harder. So I think solving the food problem is one of the most important steps before human beings can live on Mars. So thank you.
Thank you, Xu Yi. This was a very interesting. Growing food on Mars. It's really a big challenge. Now let us hear from Gao Zekun.
Hi everyone, I'm Gao Zekun, and my metric number is A20599. After watching The Martian, I was really impressed by how the movie shows the harsh conditions on Mars. The scene that stuck with me was a dust storm at the very beginning. The storm was so strong that the crew had to leave Mars immediately, and Watney got hit by flying debris and was left behind. It was a very dramatic opening. In real life, Mars does have dust storms, and some can cover the entire planet for weeks. However, scientists say that because Mars' atmosphere is very thin, less than 1% of Earth, the wind would not actually be strong enough to knock someone down. So that part is not completely accurate, but it sets up the whole story. Let me share some knowledge about the Mars environment. Mars is called the red planet because its surface is covered with iron oxide, which is basically rust. The average temperature is about minus 60 degrees Celsius, and it can drop to minus 125 degrees near two poles. The atmosphere is 96% carbon dioxide, so humans cannot breathe there without equipment. Mars also has lower gravity, only about 38% of Earth's gravity. If you weigh 60 kilograms on Earth, you would only feel like 23 kilometers on Mars. This affects how people move and how buildings would need to be designed. One more fun fact is that Mars has the tallest volcano in our solar system, called Olympus Mons, about 21 kilometers high, near 2.5 times taller than Mount Everest. Understanding these conditions is very important before we send humans there. Thank you.
Thank you, Gao Zekun. Those facts about Mars, it's really amazing. Now let us hear from Chen Xingtong.
Hello, I am Chen Xingtong. My metric number is 198558. What I like most about The Martian is that it's not just about one person. Watney is the hero, but the movie also shows that how NASA on Earth and the crew on the spaceship must all work together to bring him home. The rescue at the end was very exciting. The crew changed their flight path to go back for Watney, and Watney launched himself from Mars in a rocket with the top cover removed to reduce weight. It required perfect timing and was very risky. I want to share knowledge about two things. One is space communication and another is spacesuits. First, communication. In the movie, Watney finds that the old Pathfinder lander and uses it to send messages to Earth. In real life, NASA uses a system called the Deep Space Network, or DSN. It has 3 big antenna stations in California, Spain, and Australia, placed about 120 degrees apart. This way, at least one station can always communicate with spacecraft in deep space, no matter how Earth rotates. Also, the distance between Earth and Mars means a signal takes 3 to 22 minutes one way, so real-time conversation is impossible. Second is spacesuits. A real Mars spacesuit would need to protect against radiation, extreme cold, and low pressure. Current ISS spacesuits weigh about 130 kilograms and take 45 minutes to put on. NASA is developing lighter suits for the Artemis program that allow easier movement for walking on the moon and eventually Mars. These technologies are key to making human Mars missions possible in the future. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Chen Xingtong. Next, let me also share my own thoughts. When I watched this movie, the part that impressed me the most was Whitney's attitude. He never gave up. Every time he faced a new problem, he sat down, thought about it, and used his science knowledge to find a solution. I think this is the real spirit of space exploration, using knowledge and creativity to face the unknown. One thing I want to talk about is the Mars rover. In the movie, Whitney drives an old rover and also dips up the Pathfinder lander. In real life, NASA has sent several rovers to Mars: Spirit, Opportunity, Curiosity, and Perseverance. which landed in 2021. Perseverance ever carries a small helicopter called Ingenuity that successfully flew on Mars. This was the first time any aircraft flew on another planet. These rovers help us study the soil, rocks, and atmosphere of Mars, and they are preparing the way for future human missions. I also find it interesting that this movie shows how many different kinds of science are needed for space exploration: biology, chemistry, physics, engineering. It is not just about rockets. It is about solving real problems in creative ways. All right. Thank you everyone for your wonderful sharing. We have heard about growing food in space, the Mars environment, space communication, space suits, and Mars rovers. And that's all for today. And this has been a great discussion. Thank you very much. Bye bye. That was our space technology community activity, an online viewing and discussion of the Mark 10. Through this activity, our group learned a lot. We not only enjoyed a great movie, but also explored real space technology topics. I think this activity was very meaningful. Before this, we may have thought space exploration is just something we see in movie, but after our discussion, we realized that everything in the movie connects to real science and real work by thousands of engineers and scientists around the world. Looking back, actually, I think our activity was successful in helping us understanding space technology better. And we believe that activities like this can help more people become interested in space technology and understand the importance of space exploration. Even a simple movie night and discussion can open the door to learning something new. Thank you for watching. This has been our space technology community activity. Thank you.